Hey, Online Academy. Just wanted to kind of walk you through what you will be doing for week 5. Week 5 is really focusing on conflict in community and how that affects community. And so in your week 5 folder here, you will see first we're going to start with a discussion board. In this discussion board, you have an article that is linked here called How the Stress of Disaster Brings People Together. And so, I think this is actually really relevant for us right now, going through this pandemic and during this time that we've been in the last 6 or 7 months or so. This article is about any kind of disaster, and so that could be natural or pandemic or war, times like that. So really interesting article. And then you're going to answer this question here: how has the COVID pandemic brought your community together? You can think of like the big community that you are a part of, your subdivision, your town, but you can really break this down to a smaller community unit like your family, for example, or your friends. So let me know, what your thoughts were on that article. After that, you guys are going to watch a TED Talk about conflict, and this has to do with kind of like a little bit different types of conflict, but just pick one. Why it's worth listening to people you disagree with, and in praise of conflict. Pick one, just listen. That's all I'm asking you to do for this. They are about the same length as well. Moving beyond that, you have your digital notebook entry this week, and it's basically about a conflict that you were a part of. So read this instruction here, and how was that conflict either resolved productively or not resolved? And I want you kind of to reflect on that and think of why that maybe it ended this way, or was there something that you could have done differently? And then this is new this year. I'm starting this with my in-person students, and I thought you guys would benefit from this too. This is a lesson in grammar for No Red Ink. And you will hopefully start to see these weekly. They're very independent lessons that you move through, and it helps you practice your grammar skills. This week, we are focusing on fanboys, conjunctions. So hopefully that rings a bell. Should be very much review, but you can click this link or this link. And if you have not joined the No Red Ink classroom yet, please do so. Our class code, you have to have a class code. It's Artistic B24. I did not come up with that, but that's what it is. So that is your grammar lesson for this week. The last thing that I want to kind of mention, I know I posted this on Schoology, but just remember now that I am teaching in person on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, the only day that I will be available for you to check in with is on Wednesdays, okay? Wednesdays between 10 and 12 and 1 and 3. And I'm not just going to be live and available for you like I was. You will need to email me and say that you need to meet through Google Meet. And then that will not be a problem if it's in between those times. But it is going to be a little bit different now because, my availability is much more limited now that we have students in our building. So I just wanted to touch base for a quick intro of week 5. Also next week, we will be focusing on conflict in community as well. And so, this is kind of like a 2-week topic. And then the following 2 weeks, we'll be starting your summative make for this unit, which will really take us up through the end of October. And after that, we will move on to unit 2. All right, guys, have a good day.